We have an extra hacker replay this week. I'm recording it extra early because by the time this goes on YouTube, I will already be in Norway, traveling and hiking the grandiose mountains. I may die, and if I do die, this video will be in memory of me, okay? But today we have some maybe interesting cheats. I tried to download a few. We don't have too many days to pick from because I only just did hacker replay like 3 days ago. But we do have this first one where the accusation is that this person has a cheat that makes them immune to frost mats. We'll see if that's true. We have Random Crit, who is accusing Q barcode. I don't know what round it's on that apparently he ignores the frost mats, but we will watch every round and find out. So Q barcode accused of cheating. This is only a 4-round match, so it should be pretty easy to see if he is cheating. And again, normally I don't choose matches that are this short, but because apparently he can just walk past a frost mat, I want to see that. I feel like if he was walling here, though, he would have just pushed up because he knows that this is all free. Although he's like half checking. He's not even, no, he's not even checking it. It's more of like a fake check. Because if you're pushing in here and you're not sure if someone's going to be here, you probably don't just swing and then just unaim down sight as soon as you're here. Because what if someone's sitting in the corner or sitting here or ready for you, you'll just die. So he's probably just faking that he's not walling. He's really bad at it, but at the very least, he checked that very terribly. Let me see, is there a frost mat here? There is. Let's see if this is the one that he gets past. That almost seemed like a reaction, but he was also kind of staring in that direction, like as if he was ready. Also, wait, did I see that right? It looked like he was... Oh, frost is in front of the barrier. You can't even see frost there. But he kind of made it look like he did see her through the shield. Okay, just jump over. Jump over, man. I want to see if you're actually immune. I really hope that's not what the accusation was. That he was immune there. The round was over. If that was it, I'm going to be very disappointed that I chose this as the first match. The text file says it was at the end of round 1. Guys, I wish I had read that beforehand. That is not a cheat. He does say, though, he does think that the guy has wall hacks, and honestly, I'm like kind of on board for that. He does play very weirdly, but it's also a standard match, and he just might not care. But like the way he plays just doesn't make sense. Because like we mentioned how he just took control, but then he aimed when he didn't need to, and then he unaimed down sight when he should have been aiming. He seems to be doing the same thing here, like he's pushing in, but he's not checking anything. Again, it is standard though, so he could just be like, oh, I don't care, I'm just gonna push in. But then like why is he always peeks this while unaimed down sight, and then there he aims down sight late. Like he very much reacted to Solus, not was ready for her. But since this was a wrong submission, I don't know if it's worth watching. I guess it's only a 4-round match. We might as well watch all of it. I do think his movement or like his approach is weird, but I'm also looking at it from the perspective of someone who plays in like Diamond and Champ Elo. This guy could easily be like bronze, silver, whatever, and just like he doesn't care. He could just be walking in and reacting. The enemy team doesn't even seem to know what they're doing, so like no one is paying attention. Like, if those were my enemies, I think I'd do the same thing. But even here, he doesn't seem to know where they are. Although, like, He just walked up to the shield like that like it was nothing. He didn't even care that Ella could be holding that and waiting for him. But he also approached the entire round like that, so I think it's probably fine. There are a lot of things he could be doing to try to hide any possible cheats, like when he doesn't aim at people. But like, I also just think that the enemy team might just be bad. And he's just walking in because he knows he can take advantage of the situation. Because, like, I don't know. I do find it a little weird that in all the other pushes he does, he never checks anything. But then, like, out of all of the things to check, he checks this one random wall angle. Or he doesn't, I guess he doesn't even check it. He unaims on sight and then aims on sight after he peeks. So again, maybe it's just like, maybe he truly doesn't care and the enemy team is just that bad. And like, they aren't landing a single shot on him. He is literally just walking around and they're missing everything. And he at least is good enough that he knows how to quick peek. A lot of new players don't know how to do that. But his aim is atrocious with this. Now, that being said, I did use it recently, and I was like, wow, this is a fucking awful-ass gun. And then he dies. I mean, I'll admit that it's weird, but I honestly think it's weird just because the enemies are just that bad, and he's just walking through them. So, I assume it's fine. I'll look at his stats. He is a plat, emerald, and then now negative in gold, but like consistently plat before, always had a positive KD, which is honestly surprising. Because I feel like playing in the plat lobby at like how he did, he should be doing terrible. But if I'm not mistaken, the text file also said that he's part of a 5-stack, so maybe his team is just bad. No, they say he might be in a 5-stack, so they don't know. So if he is in a 5-stack or playing with friends and they're bringing them to elo of the lobby, he's just going to dominate. It seemed more like someone who's just taking advantage of a bad lobby rather than someone who is cheating. That's my take. Now, this next match was also submitted incorrectly, but I specifically want to highlight it because there's another match, I think it's both of these, where they talk about a common issue. We'll see if we can figure this one out. This person did not submit their username or the enemy's username, but they said it's a top 100 champ in the lobby. Okay, so the submitter is Beetle. We can tell by the audio. And seeing as how he lost, I'm going to assume it's someone on orange team who he's accusing. I would assume it'll be obvious, so we'll just cycle through based off whoever gets a kill. Like if someone's tracking someone through a wall, then obviously we know. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that it's probably the Kite. I don't know if you guys would agree with me, but that is just a completely wild guess. That being said, he dies. So he has no recoil. He has walls. I don't think he has aimbot. I think he's just flicking to people because he can see them through the wall. But obviously he has no recoil. That could also be a recoil macro, but it looks like he has walls. So we'll try to find who that person is, because apparently they are a top 100 champ. I'm really curious what the recoil looks like with the TCSG. It actually pulls down more than it goes up. Or actually, no, there it is. Perfect recoil. And I know some people will argue that this gun doesn't have much recoil, but we also saw his recoil with the AUG. It is obviously a recoil macro, or recoil cheat of some kind. Definitely no type of aim cheat, because his aim is ass. He almost missed the recruit there. But he has walls, he has recoil cheats. He knows that the Hibana just went to the C4. Had nothing to do with the camera, he just knew. I don't know if this guy is queued with anyone. This bandit also has Glacier and shit. Let's find out. We can just find out who is queued with who and then go from there. We're going to start by looking up the bandit, who is Danzilla. There it is. Oh, so actually it was Danzilla who's the one being accused. He's number 63 champ in the world right now. And then, when was this match taken? It was yesterday morning. And it was Clubhouse, a 4-0 win. Let's find out who he's queued with. So if he's queued with Peak or Z's Twat or Plethora, we know that they're a cheater stack. Oh, and he's queued with Hawkrose, who's a known cheater, or known player who gets boosted. He is queued with the Kaid. And the Kaid is currently, what? 513. So, a stack of cheaters with no shame. What's funny is the next match is specifically about Hawk Girls, who is a known cheater / known person who plays with a lot of cheaters. He's been known for a long time. I think I've reported him myself manually before, and other creators have as well, but for some reason he never gets banned. We'll see him in the next match, though. But yes, they are obviously cheating. The fact that they're in the top 100 champs in the world is concerning that Ubisoft doesn't notice that. I feel like it wouldn't be hard to just make like a weekly thing where they go through the top 100 champs in the game. They check who has suspicious stats or who might be like playing with a lot of cheaters, and then just like manually review those players and then ban anyone that they need to. Maybe the process at Ubisoft would be much slower. Maybe that's just not a possibility, but I feel like it cannot be hard to just cull the top 100 and make sure that they're actual legit players. And how do you get that high with Blaine Sheets? That's what I'm kind of confused about. My guess is how they do it, how they get past everything, is that they play what looks like a lot. He played how many? He played 12 matches in one session. So April 8th, he played 17 ranked matches, one quick match. And then April 7th, he played 10. April 6th, he played 10. But anyways, he plays a lot of matches every single day. And when you play this much that quickly, it maybe would be harder for Ubisoft to track. Maybe they would be like, oh, we're on like, you know, our weekend break and we didn't see them. Because if he was playing that much on the 8th and the 7th, those are Monday and Tuesday, and then like 6th and 5th, if he's playing a lot, that's the weekend. So he probably is just playing a lot, and then they're not keeping up with it. So jobless. Oh, 100%. These people who are cheating on Siege for 18 matches in a row do not have jobs. They do not have careers. Which, going into the next match, you guys are about to see. This match actually took place right before this one. So it honestly might be the same people. As you guys saw, the Hawk Girls person had queued with the last two cheaters. Hawk Girls is a very known cheater. They always get boosted by people because they're not a good player. They've been getting boosted for a long time. And specifically what they are accused of in this match is that they have apparently over 1,200 matches played already this season in Champ. I don't know how true that is. We will find out. But we do have, in this match, it is Neva, who I assume they just got the match from their friend Jay, who's accusing Amaru Rush and Hawk Girls. This was also a 5-round match, by the way. Pretty accurate shots for only seeing Nook for a little bit, and she could have been anywhere in there. Pretty accurate. This is one of the few matches where I'll probably end up going to Ubisoft and be like, hey, we've reported this person before and they've never been banned, and I know this is not my match, but can you please ban them because they are constantly just playing. We'll see if the Armor Rush person is also cheating. Definitely also cheating. That barricade wasn't even open, right? I don't think so. Yana goes up to the window to shoot it. I guess he might have reacted to that, but seeing as how he was ready to peek the bottom right corner, I doubt it. And then Oh, Nava leaves. That's why they got their friend to submit it, and it even says that their friend got the new squad leader. But yes, they're definitely cheating. It is very obvious. How they have not been banned, I do not know. I'm trying to see if they'll do anything even more blatant, but I think at most they're just running around peeking people. Oh, he learned from his last round. He didn't aim right at the person through the wall perfectly. Cheaters can learn. But you can even see that he's like lining up the Yana through the wall before he peeks this, because like a normal champ player who hears someone jump in here, they're not gonna run in here and know exactly where they are. They're probably gonna take this a bit cautiously. They'll quick peek, or they'll aim down sight when they push in to clear, because like, what if they're over here? What if they're over here? What if they're on the right? But instead, Bandit's literally just staring at her through this wall and then just aims at her after swinging. But he knew that she was there when she could be literally anywhere in that room. And obviously the added proof that we have that this Hawk Girl specifically is cheating is that in the last match, the two people who were blatantly walling and had recoil cheats played, I think it was like 70 matches with this person. So he obviously knows cheaters and plays with a lot of them. Oh, the Monty just left. Honestly, I don't blame them. But yeah. So the Hawk Girls person, been around for a long time. They played 1,200 matches last season. They're already at 533 this season. They have been cheating for a long time. The fact that they have not been banned is insane. I've made videos on this person before. I have reported them to Ubisoft before. You can see here, like, they clearly weren't cheating back here. They were in gold and then stuck in silver or plat, and then they were a negative KD in diamond. They take a few seasons off, and then suddenly they are top 100 in the world champs. Like, fuck off. I will open up something personally with Ubisoft and ask, like, what the fuck is going on? Because this is not okay. And if they're somehow getting past the bans, then, like, obviously that needs to be looked into. Look at how many people he plays with that cheat. 1, 2, 3, just right there. A couple from before, a lot from... Oh my god, look at all these cheaters. He plays with so many cheaters. And I think this is just from this season? No, this is from all seasons. But he plays so many matches with so many cheaters. Ubisoft, please. Who is Armor Rush? Mouse Pads. Mouse Pads has played 128 matches this season. And they played with Hawk Girls a lot. And with other cheaters as well. So yeah. They are both part of the problem. There's always a possibility that they could not be cheating themselves, but they play with enough cheaters that obviously they are in the same camp. But from what I saw, like, they knew where people were. They were perfectly aiming at them through the walls. They weren't trying to hide it. I think it's obvious enough. And the fact that they're not banning someone who has played with, I think, what was that, 7 different cheaters and who have all been banned? Like, come on. And then the 2 cheaters in Clubhouse who weren't banned yet, like, he played a bunch of matches with them. So, like, they gotta do something. Anyways, depressing matches aside, we're now going to move into Oregon. And these matches, these next 3 should hopefully be not as obvious. They should be more thinkers. Okay, I'm a little confused because the submission file does not explain anything. So I feel like they either fucked up the submission or they lied. But they also didn't include anyone's real names. They included other names. So maybe I'll skip it and then we'll just pull up a different match after. Okay, instead of Oregon, we're going to skip it. We have Barusu2, who's accusing The Door 149. So Barusu accusing The Door, who has already picked Ash. Let me just make sure. Okay, she does not have the dev skin. White gunskin shitty, like, the Hawaiian design. Attachment skin, and now... Nope, never mind. I don't get what the point of that was. She still has not detonated her breach charge. Still has not detonated her breach charge. And then she's gonna push over here? What's the point of this? What's the point of the breach charge? All it's gonna do is give attention that you're here. Okay. I mean, he did see him on the quick peek, so I think he just played that smart. I'm still pissed off that the breaching charge is still on the window. Like, what is the purpose? Oh, now he finally detonated it. Wow. If I'm not mistaken, when we loaded up this match, someone had a champ background. This does not feel like a champ lobby with plays like this. Was I right? Was there a champ background, or was it the Oregon one? I don't see any champ backgrounds. Let me see. Nope, it was definitely Oregon. So, I wouldn't say he did anything super sus in that round, other than just being dumb. But we'll watch more. Oh my god, he's doing it again. What is the point of that breaching charge? Although I think they just shot it. Oh no, they didn't. Now they did. What is the purpose? I don't understand it. I don't know if you would have heard the castle drop. I feel like we would have heard that in the replay, but replay audio is also terrible. So the fact that he jumped in there knowing that it was safe and not, like, at least aiming at the possibility of a castle being there is weird. He sees Fenrir on the left, but he didn't notice it. I guess he would probably hear Fenrir running here even with all the noise going off, right? But the fact that he's like pre-firing that perfectly is kind of crazy. But then he misses this pre-fire a lot. Maybe he just got lucky on the Fenrir there. He also just like keeps sprinting at people and no one's punishing him. The ace charge was bombing his ear though. That's what I'm confused about. I was like, I don't think you would hear Fenrir running there with the ace charge and like the destruction, but he could still possibly hear it. It's always hard because with audio, it's so different from person to person, PC to PC, setup to setup. Like, maybe he has a specific setup where he can hear, like, footsteps way louder than everyone else, right? We don't know. He's not checking anything. He's just running. Now he's checking. He's hearing demons apparently because there's no one over there. dies. I don't know. He's playing very aggressive and very weirdly, but it's not like he's aiming at people through walls and prepared for them. It's just what seems to be a no-skin, newish account playing ranked and killing everyone and doing really weird stuff. People in chat are saying this is blatant cheating. I would heavily disagree. He could be cheating, but I don't think it's blatant by any means. Like, he seems to be just like pushing and checking things, but what's weird to me is that the enemy team seems to be so unaware of him. And like, obviously we hope for in a ranked match, which is what this is, that they would have good matchmaking. But it seems to be like the enemy team just has no idea that he can even push site. Like, how does that happen? How does he get in consistently and no one realizes it? Maybe. It could be a Smurf account. He could be in a low-level lobby and just dicking on them. The colors are messed up, but it's not. And like, even here, he's now pushing site. There's only one person on site, and they don't seem to know that he's taken control of lobby. And then he looks away, flicks back. I don't know. Not enough evidence to be banned. Oh, I agree. I feel like it's weird. I just don't think there's enough proof. Or really, any crazy proof. The most we could say for any proof would just be like, he seems to play much better than he is. Like the Ash charge on the barricade, I'm gonna repeat that every time, is really weird. Not to mention, like, would you guys say that he's playing at a level where a Fenrir like this makes sense? I don't think so. He seems to be playing at a much different level, and like someone throwing a Fenrir on the wall where anyone can shoot it from down here just seems really dumb. And I feel like somehow this is like a copper or bronze lobby and he is not a copper or bronze. That's bad even by my standards, yeah. So like, I don't know. My guess is probably a Smurf account. Which, that's been a big topic recently. There's a lot of creators who keep making Smurf accounts, and the Smurf accounts keep getting banned because they keep playing in like copper lobbies and just absolutely shitting on everyone. And it's just, I don't know, in my opinion, not very cool. People will always argue that I was worse with copper to diamond and stuff, but when I played in copper lobbies, like, I refused to try. I would always like pistol only, knife only, stuff like that. But stuff like this is becoming a lot more common. Creators and people in general are just making Smurf accounts and just shitting on new lobbies, which this very well might be. They're trying to make content. That is never an excuse. That'd be like if someone cheated and they're like, well, I'm just doing it for content. It's like, that doesn't make it okay. Obviously, smurfing and cheating are two very different things, but shitting on low-rank lobbies just for content is not okay. That's why if I want to just dick around and not care and play against people who are maybe worse than me, I play standard. And I'm open about that. But making a smurf just to shit on coppers is not cool. He doesn't know that someone's on Aqua Belk. There's someone behind him. He has no idea. I think it's the Dokkaebi. And then she swings and kills him. Yeah, I feel like if you were cheating, he probably would have looked for that Dokkaebi. I still don't know how he heard that Fenrir making that, or running to that rotate. That still makes no sense to me, but there's other situations where, like, if he were walling, he would have killed people, and he just doesn't, so I think he's fine. Thanks for sub just me, OJ. So nice that you're the voice of reason in such a toxic game. Thank you for always doing what's right. Whoa, whoa. Let's not also, you know, put me on a high horse. I do not always do what's right. I am not some, like, you know, godsend who is above everyone else. I'm not. I'm also in the wrong for a lot of stuff that I do, or like content I make maybe as well, but I at the very least, the only credit I'll give myself is I'm very upfront, and I will say it how it is versus other people who try to make it sound like they are not doing anything wrong, which is bad. I'm not some like god who never does anything wrong. It's never good to look at any creator that way. Creators are also just people who make mistakes and do dumb things. The fuck? What? Did he do a Mac B for that? No way he did a Mac B on this tiny ass little thing. This guy watches Coconut. So he did a midair corner boost, which is where you go to like to the edge, and then when you start falling, it stops, and then you turn and go back. And then when you sprint off of a surface, you run, or you fly farther than you should. This is being removed in CJAX, but that's how he got on top of that. Interesting. That's some coconut shit. What's funny is I learned how to do Mac Bs in the last hide and seek video, but I already have forgotten how to do them. I'll have to go back and learn. Again, another instance where I feel like it's proof that he's not cheating is that the Dokubi was shooting him from that, like, floating thing, and he had no idea. I think if he were cheating, he would have known that. What we'll do after this match is I'm going to look up like the match itself, see what everyone's rank is, and then see what this guy's supposed rank is. Because I don't think this... Like, what is Frost doing there, bro? Like, this looks like a bronze lobby, and he is clearly not a bronze player. Because I think if he was, he would not be doing as well as he is. I don't know what he's doing here. He's just looking away. Oh, he was baiting for the default plant. He did have that C4 pre-placed and just waited for audio. Yeah, he's doing Hisham peeking. He is not at the same rank as everyone else here. He's normally gold. Doesn't play too much. He's now in plat. So yeah, whole lobby did not seem like that. This is actually it right here. Looks like he's playing with low rank friends. No, that guy got 110. This guy. Okay, if he plays with Mitchell, then he's playing with low rank friends. He does not play with Mitchell. The very next one, Luminescent, the accused cheater, gets into the same lobby with Mitchell, but everyone else is different. Back to the Gulag, no reg please, and Curvied. So this Mitchell guy is not queued with anyone on this team, and he is getting lobbies that are like half plat, half silver. So I feel like this might just be genuinely horrible matchmaking, because it's not even a case of like, maybe these two queue together for these two matches and that's it. Let me see if they were on any other matches together. No, so he was in like actual copper lobbies by himself, and then he got into these weird ass lobbies. So I guess this is just terrible matchmaking, because like, why are there 2 bronzes with 3 plats and everyone is solo queue? But then there's 2 emeralds with a plat, a bronze, and a silver on the enemy team. I don't know if they are all solo queue, but This is horrible matchmaking. I guess essentially what happened is it's bad matchmaking, possibly because one squad on each team chose to queue with low rank players, so it just fucked up the matchmaking for everybody. So I guess for all the people who are always asking why, like, hey, I'm a silver, why am I playing against plats? That's probably why someone on your team or someone on the enemy team has a low rank queued with a high rank, so they just fuck up the whole lobby for everyone. Which, in my opinion, I understand the benefits of having anyone be able to play with anyone, but I feel like if it comes at the cost of this being the lobby, it's not worth it. In my opinion, I've said this since the beginning, if they want to make lobbies fair based off matchmaking, if, like, let's just say, for example, I know they're not queued together, but, like, let's say Luminescent and Mitchell are queued together, they should just both count as plats. Don't make them have different ranks with a phantom player. Like, just make everyone a plat. Queue off the highest rank. Because otherwise fucked up lobbies like this happen, and it's very confusing for everyone. So, yeah. I don't think anyone was necessarily in the wrong. It doesn't even look like, after reviewing it, it doesn't look like he was smurfing. He just got into a really shitty lobby and just shit on them. It was just one group on each team, or on one of the teams, was with a fucked up group, and then that caused terrible matchmaking. So, he's not cheating. What are my thoughts on the difference between alt accounts versus smurfing? Well, alt account is just another account that you play at your normal rank on. Smurf is you are intentionally trying to stay in low ranks or shit on low ranks and laugh at them. Those are the differences. Okay, next match, Villa. Possibly last match. We've actually gone for like an hour, but 50 minutes so far, so maybe I don't need to download a 6th match. But we'll see how quick this one is. In this match, we have Hype Femboy, who's accusing Zogbog, or no, Crumbled, whose real name is Zogbog. What is the best way to report a cheater? Unfortunately, the only way for you guys really is to just go in-game and press report and report them as a cheater. There really is no better option. Opening tickets doesn't really do much because Ubisoft support doesn't really understand what they're doing, so you can't really do much there. I used to be able to send some of these matches to the Ubisoft dev team and be like, hey, there's a blatant cheater, can you ban them? But they don't do that anymore. Okay, this guy, right off the bat, I'm just saying, he is moving way too much. I'm getting a headache watching this. He is flicking way too much. My eyes hurt watching that. I did that, but they haven't been banned, but it's so blatant. Yep, some people won't get banned for a long time. To use this guy's name, that's just how the cookie crumbles. First impressions of this match, by the way, are with how much he, like, moves his aim and stuff. I would guess that this is not a super high rank, because high rank players don't play like that. They don't flick left and right 24/7. They're usually much more controlled. So at the very least, I would say this doesn't resemble a high rank lobby. He also seems to be looking towards the Ella here while he's breaking in. Like, he knows that she's in there. And as you can see here, as he's going to jump in, he looks like he's already ready for her. Yeah. So he's probably a low rank player with cheats, which is why he flicks so much. He's probably overwhelmed by the amount of information he's getting. And he's also over flicking because he's not that good at the game. If you're a good player, you wouldn't be flicking like left, right, left, right, left, right. You also saw there, before he got hit by the Grismont mine, he literally looked at each individual player and aimed at them through the wall. He doesn't check anything, he just knows it's safe. He doesn't check bricks, he doesn't check the corners. He just aimed at the person through the wall again, aimed at that person through the wall again. What are you doing, bro? He's trying to breach from inside the site. This is why people could never take cheaters seriously. They are just so bad at the game. I don't even know who ends up winning this. The cheater team does. I think it's obvious enough that he is cheating, right? Like, I don't think I need to watch more. Actually, we'll just watch the last round. It should be the most obvious in case there's any doubt. Let's watch what he does here. Should be incredibly obvious at this point. Can't imagine he'd make it more subtle. He also just keeps looking at them through the wall when he's running. He definitely doesn't have aim cheats because he is horrible. You know, when it comes to cheaters, I don't know if I've ever talked about this. I have so many ideas for content, but obviously I would never do it because it would be bad to make content like this. You know how they have those videos where they have like, I don't know, like 10 people, there's like 9 British people and 1 American, and the American's trying to blend in, and everyone else has to try to figure out if they know who the British person is, stuff like that. I've wanted to do that with, or I had the idea where I was like, I should do that with cheats. 9 players, 1 cheater, you guys have to figure out who the cheater is. But obviously we could never make that content because then that would just be endorsing cheats and showing cheats. As funny as it would be, the damage it would do would be too high. So, wouldn't be worth it. But I think it would be a funny video, but not worth it. This guy's real name is Zogboglik, who is not banned. He was never really playing the game, played 3 matches, champ instantly, Emerald ever since, but doesn't play that much. Surprised he's not banned. That means he's been cheating for at least like 4 seasons total, or 3 seasons total. Not banned though. Which seems to be a trend today with the hacker replay matches, that people just aren't getting banned. We're under an hour, and when I edit this down, it'll probably be less than 45 minutes. So I'll do one more. In this one, we have FaZe Hawktua, who's accusing their own teammate, DC Kitten 1165. Playing Cav. Has a viewer ever been accused of cheating and been in stream when you watch the match? I had one person who claimed that they were one of the people from the match, and they just said that. They're like, no, my friend doesn't cheat. Like, we're just better than them. Oh. Unfortunately, I think the one extra match I downloaded might have been a very obvious one, because it looks like Cav is for sure cheating. Yeah, I've had someone before who they were like, no, we're not cheating, blah, blah. And I was like, bro, your teammate's literally like staring at people through walls. He's like, shit, he might be cheating. But I'm sure, I don't think it's possible to play with someone with blatant cheats and not know it. Like, maybe if you never watched the kill cam, then it wouldn't be obvious. Or if they never let you die, they just kill everyone before that. But like, with so many people playing the game, and like people talking in all chat, you'd have to assume that at least one person would go into all chat and be like, hey, Cav is cheating. And you'd be like, they get accused a lot. Unfortunately, I did download the one super obvious match, or one of the super obvious matches. Yeah, this Cav do be cheating. I'm assuming that they win. What I'm curious about is why it seems like, well, he doesn't have the gadget cheats. Also, they end up losing because he jumps out. They end up losing that round. What's insane? Look, they all have team kills from team killing one another. Not a single person has team killed this cheater. Now, with the new reputation system and the possibility of getting banned from ranked, I don't blame people for not team killing cheaters, but it'll always upset me when I see another team killing, but not the team with the cheater. Bro, he just missed so many shots there. He was trailing behind her and just missed like half of his shots. They are trying to deal with the cheater by Deimos tracking with a their Blackbeard shield, but unfortunately they lose the Deimos. Because from the looks of it, it looks like Doc is maybe with them, or at least trying to help them. I wonder if Doc is also cheating. Why is he looking out there as if he sees them? I think he might also be cheating. That's my guess. FaZe at Hawk Tua. Let me find the match and see if they're cute together. They do end up winning. Here it is. Coach and Francis, ERZ 12 EG. I assume this guy must be banned. Yeah, he did get banned. And he was queued with this guy who also now has been banned. So they were both cheating. We actually found an extra cheater in the lobby who has been banned. 2 cheaters, 1 game. Not even trying to hide it. Also, they're in standard. What is the point of cheating that blatantly in standard and then getting banned before you even make it to ranked? I don't get it. I feel like that can't be fun and that can't be worth your time, but they like to do it, so wow. But that is Hacker Replay for today. I will be back. My first stream back after vacation, assuming I make it back, will be on the 21st, and I will do Hacker Replay on a Monday, like stream it, and that'll still go up on a Wednesday. So Hacker Replay schedule will be a little weird for the next 2 weeks, but it's still going up on YouTube. It's just weird on Twitch.